everybody. I miss you. It's Miss Castor. You remember me, your teacher at Scales Elementary School? Yes, we're superstars. Well, I missed you so much, I decided I was going to make a video. And Miss Hickson made one too, so we're going to try to come up with some lessons for stuff you can do at home with your mom and dad. The most important thing you can do, though, is to wash your hands. Remember how we talked about it? And then Eli gave us a lesson. He said, be sure to wash between your fingers, wash the backs, wash the thumbs, wash Aaron, Nicole, wash your thumb. You can do your fingertips like this. So stay healthy is number one. And if you don't feel good, you tell your mommy and daddy right away. So what we're going to do in my video today, we're going to talk about the alphabet. I know when we stopped the last time we were in school, we were on letter R. I think we did rainbow. But we're just going to review letter S and letter R together. Letter S and letter R. But before we do that, I was going to read one of my favorite books. You guys know this book, don't you? This is the book Chicka Chicka Boom Boom by Bill Martin Jr. and John Archambault and illustrated by Lois Ehlert. You can sing along with me or you can read along. If you have one at home, you could pause the video and go get your book and we could read it together. That would be fun. Remember what we always do on this page? That's right, we always sing our ABC song. So I got out my chalkboard and my big giant spoon. And I thought we could point to the letters of the alphabet and sing together. Will you sing with me? Because it sounds kind of funny if I sing by myself. Okay, are you ready? Ready, set, go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Hey, if you've got a spoon at home, you could use that as your microphone, you know? Just saying. Okay, so we're going to read our book now. Usually at school, we sing the songs right here when we point to the letters, right? You could sing it with your book. That's a good way to practice your ABCs. Or you could pause the video and you could point on the screen. See? Okay, Chicka Chicka Boom Boom by Bill Martin Jr. A told B and B told C, I'll meet you at the top of the coconut tree. You can say that part with me, okay? We said D to E, F, G. I'll beat you to the top of the coconut tree. Here's your part. You ready? Say, chicka, chicka, boom, boom. I heard you, Elisha. I heard you, Scarlett. Will there be enough room? Here comes H up the coconut tree. Let's see whose letters we've already seen. I kind of missed it. We saw A for Aaron. Christopher, and the other class name starts with C. E for Elijah. Hope our ABCs don't fall. And I and J and tag along K, all on their way up the coconut tree. Look, K for Caden and Keon. Chicka chicka, boom, boom. Will there be enough room? Look who's coming. It's L-M-N-O-P. Whose name starts with L? Lindley, that's you. C-L-M-N-O-P. Try not to forget anyone. Sometimes I forget the names when I'm reading. And Q-R-S. Scarlett, that's your letter. T-U-V. Still more. W, X, Y, and Z. The whole alphabet up the, oh no! Chicka, chicka, boom, boom. Skit, scat, scoodle, doot, flip, flop, flee. Everybody's running to the coconut tree. Mamas and papas and uncles and aunts hug their little dears and dust their pants. Help us up, cried ABC. Oh dear, hope they're okay. Next from the pile up is skinny D, stub toe E, patched up F. Then comes G, all out of breath. H is tangled up with I. J and K are about to cry. L is knotted like a tie. M is looped. N is stooped. O is twisted alley-oop. Maddox. Then U, V, W, wiggle, jiggle, free. And last to come is X, Y, Z. And the sun goes down on the coconut tree. But chicka, chicka, boom, boom. Look, there's a full moon. A is out of bed, and this is what he said. Dare, double dare, you can't catch me. I'll beat you to the top of the coconut tree. Chicka, chicka, boom, boom. And I didn't forget about Hannah and Aaron Kale and I have to go through all the names and find them. I promise I'll say your name in a video. Keep watching. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about our letters of the week. So letter R is the first letter, and it makes the sound R, like in rainbow or rabbit. And letter S makes the sound S. That's your letter, Scarlett. Also, scales, superstar starts with S. And remember, when we make our letters, we only use 3 kinds of lines. We use a straight line, or we could use a diagonal line that's like a slide. That's called a diagonal. And then what kind of line is this? It's a curved line. That's right, like a smile. So when you make letter R, you use 3 kinds of lines. You use a straight line. And my daughter's going to make sure I don't have it backwards. So use a straight line and a curved line at the top. What letter does that look like? P, that's right. And then a diagonal line at the bottom. So remember, you would curve to this part is called the middle. That's right. So we have the top, the bottom, and the middle. So you're going to start at the top and curve to the middle and then slide to the bottom. So that's an R. And then guess what we use for, oh, this one's tough to do backwards. For letter S. Letter S is like this. Oh, no, like this. We're trying to work it out. Technical difficulties. Is that right? I hope that's right. So we use 2 curves. You would start at the top and pretend like this is the middle. We're going to curve to the middle, like my nose. My head is the top. Start at the top, curve to the middle, and then curve back to the bottom the opposite way. That's how you write an S. You guys already know how to do that probably. If you don't, keep practicing. Now I was going to show you some work, and I'm going to attach it into the link at the bottom of the video, or send an email so that your parents could print it out. Now I know that some of you, like for me for example, I don't have a lot of ink in my printer. So I had to kind of think of other ways I could do the activity. And I thought, well, you could take a piece of paper, just a plain piece of paper, and some crayons. I'm sure we all have crayons, and you could write a letter. I'm going to write the letter R. Now, I'll do different activities so that all of you can have different levels, because some of us are learning how to write, some of us already know how to write, and some of us are starting to spell. So we all need something we can be good at. So if you're just learning how to write, maybe your mom or dad can write this for you, and then they could help you, and you could rainbow trace it. You could use a different color. I did blue, then you could use red and trace over it in red. Sometimes you have to hold hand. Your mommy has to help you hold your hand though. I call it hand over hand. So that would be something if you're just learning how to write and don't know how to hold a crayon yet. Mommy can hold your hand and help you write an R. So we could use lots of different colors, red, purple, and make it like a rainbow. And if you want to take a picture and send it to me, I would love to see it. But be sure your little smiling face is next to it, because I miss you guys. Okay, so if you know how to write, and you want to write it yourself, you could write the R. If you want to make a big R, you could then maybe get some paper. I had this paper because it was free in front of my house. I thought it was kind of cool because they're serving meals. If you, the school system is, the buses are going to different parts of town to deliver meals. So look at the schedule in here and find out where the meal's coming close to you if you're hungry, or if you just want to see the school bus and maybe get some food. It's for everybody and it's free if you're under 18 years old. So anyway, I would take this paper and like roll it up and make little balls. This is good to practice using our hands together. Bilateral coordination is what I call it, Mom and Dad. But getting your little fingers together. Maybe Mommy and Daddy could have some squares for you, and then you can take your glue. That's hard sometimes to get that cap off the glue. Be sure you're doing it. Mommy might have to do hand over hand. Then trace your R, and then put your little pieces of paper on there to decorate it. I think we did this with a heart at Valentine's Day. But you can glue them all along the line. You kind of get the idea. I'm not going to probably finish that one, but you would glue them all along here and glue little pieces of paper along there. And then take a picture when you finish. Put your pet smiling face with it though. And then the last thing I'm going to attach to the video, or try to anyway, is a picture, and this is called a sound sort. And this would be good like a language activity, just trying to say words if you're still learning to say different words. But if you already know how to say your words, then you can just help Mommy cut them out. And then once you cut them all out, I'm going to just cut one out to show you. Once you cut them out, you can glue them on paper and sort out the pictures. So let me get another piece of paper. Well, I'll use the back of this paper. Okay, so up at the top, I'm going to write our letter. We're going to do letter S, and we're going to do letter R. So once you can do that. If you want to practice folding your paper, that's a good thing to do too. So then once you get it on there, then you can play a game and you can sort your pictures out. So this is a picture of a seahorse. Can you say it with me? Say seahorse. Would seahorse go under S or would it go under R? Seahorse. Yes, it would go under R. So that's what you do with this game. You can glue them, or if you just want to leave them loose and play it a couple times this week, that might be fun. Another thing you could do would be just to say the pictures, or just practice cutting out the pictures. This is a good fine motor skill too, just cutting it out. So I'll try to think of some more activities for you guys. I sure do miss you a whole lot. And if you have something you need to know about, just send me an email. Your mom and dad know my email. And I'm going to do this since I can't hug you and let you know that I'm thinking of you in my heart. And I'll see you next time, okay? Bye.